Today's music, by the way, Lightnin' Hopkins, my favorite blues guitarist of the week. I don't know.
Nice, very nice. I like that. Hey, the Hollywood Directors Union did in a mere 6 days what the Writers Union hasn't been able to do in 6 months, reach a contract agreement with the major movie studios. So now the pressure is on the Writers Guild of America to follow suit. Laurie Dhue is here to answer the question we all really want to know, Laurie. When will the reality TV and the reruns stop?
Oh, come on. Come on. Don't you love those reruns, the endless reruns? And come on, American Idol.
And Project Runway.
I mean, I'm like with Two and a Half Men, saw that one.
I know.
Rules of Engagement, saw that one.
Yeah, I know. And you know what? It's going to get even worse once we lose all those shows that were in the can before the strike started. Production is going to completely shut down by the end of January, and then we're going to be in a tough spot.
It's going to be Judge Judy all day.
Well, so now with this new agreement between, now the breakdown, it's the
Directors Guild of America has finally reached an agreement. They did it in 6 days, as you said in the intro. What it's taken 6+ months for the writers to be able to do. Now there is an enormous amount of pressure on the Writers Union to come through here, and they need to do it because this has cost $1.4 billion to the Los Angeles area economy so far, and it could be a staggering $21 million a day if an agreement isn't reached.
Any chance that Bush is going to put together a package to send all of those ways, like $2,800 each?
I
think the president's a little busy right now to get
the writers a tax rebate of their own, and that way they'll be
getting some. They're tax filers, you know, 800, 600. But looking at the specifics of we don't know all the details of the agreement, but basically the bottom line, the sticking point was how would the directors and hence the writers get paid for downloaded distribution, like online distribution.
That's right, and that is a very valid point.
Right.
You know, if these people are creating stuff that's going to go on the internet, they should be paid for it, and everybody agrees on that. It's just nobody thought it would take this long.
But see, my understanding is that, they haven't, Viacom and the rest of them haven't even figured out how they're going to be paid off of YouTube. And then on top of that, the biggest issue between the directors and versus what the writers are dealing with is simply that the directors said, we're going to go off of gross receipts and not try and do all these Hollywood tricks to whittle it down. And that's what the writers are saying. We will also want to go with the gross.
You know what? You just told my story for me.
Yeah.
Basically,
you're supposed to ask the questions and let her be the reporter.
You've got it exactly right. But what does this mean for all
Laurie's
of us?
like, okay, so see you later.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
No. You're not going to get rid of me that quickly.
I was leaving.
But, what does this mean for the rest of us? Well, we're going to have to put up with some more reruns. But has this, a little bit of research that I did was, has this affected our viewing habits? And, it was interesting. More of us are now watching DVD movies, DVD TV series. More of us are actually playing video games. As far as YouTube goes, there hasn't been that much of a bounce, interestingly enough. Some YouTube folks have seen that their videos have gotten more hits, but overall there hasn't been that big of a change in YouTube, which was a bit of a surprise.
Well, not for me, though, because after sitting in front of a computer all day, the last thing I wanted to do is go home and watch movies on a computer.
But come on. The videos, bloopers of news anchors doing crazy stuff. I actually watched those the other day.
Katie Kirk
They were great.
Yeah,
there was a great one. Shepard Smith had a couple great ones.
Thank you so much.
Oh, sure. Sure.
And Laurie's going to stick around and do quick shots with us, though.
And guys, we're going to go ahead and watch part 2 of our Dinner with the Giants. Here we dive into their personal lives. We'll get a kick out of this one.